So, welcome one and all to Retro Chef. How we all doing? We good? This is my little stream about getting to know YouTubers, getting to know the 5 nominations that I nominated for winning YouTuber of the Month. So again, thank you to everyone who voted for me. I haven't done a proper video to thank everyone, but I will do one soon. But thank you for everyone who voted for me. Thank you for those who didn't vote for me, because hopefully I can turn you around for one I win it again. Nah, fuck this. Once is enough. Who have we got in the stream today? Let's have a little look. Look who's in the old comments before we start getting the boys in. How the cluck is everyone? Currently listening while working. Wanted to say hi. Hello, Pete. How we doing, fella? You all right? Obviously, Big Game Owl or Big Mug Owl or Big Gay Owl or whatever you want to say. Bernardino, thank you for joining, mate. Last minute for you. I know, my apologies. Or at least I'll be listening when it's live. It's that geezer's back again. I really don't know who that geezer is, but he's hilarious. Wagwan, into you as well, Pete. Pedro, how we doing, fella? You good? Pixel Plug, hello, sir. How we doing? Right, so we're going to bring in one tuber at a time, just to say hello, see who they are. If you don't know, but then you're going to find out who these 5 nominations or the nominated people I voted for, and then we're going to go through like a couple of questions, nothing too heavy. Maybe the bank account details, maybe something like that. Just casual stuff, and then we go from there. We got in here now. Press Start Gaming. Yes, how we doing, fella? You good? Good wins place. We good. Retro Ghetto. Even all corrections, all the entrants. Yep. Okay. So the first person we're going to bring in, and I've actually got here a list of questions, and I have how many subs you have at the moment. So maybe you guys can probably tell me how many you had before you got nominated, because I tried to go back, but I couldn't do that. But regardless, if you don't know, it doesn't matter. But we're all good. We got early and quick. We're catching back tomorrow. Yeah, no worries, Craig. Hope you're good, fella. Roller calls here as well. We're good. Right. So the first person we're going to bring in was one of my. It was my. I think my 4th nomination. I think it was my 4th. I should really know. Really. His name is Paul. There's 2 Pauls, so it gets a bit confusing. So they're both in the bottom. You're thinking, who am I going to pull up first? Is it going to be Paul Retro Bait or Retro Masturbate or whatever he wants to call himself? Because I'm a little bit confused with the accent. Or is it Paul Inked Northerner? So we're going to bring in the first guest for tonight, and that is Paul the Inked Northerner. How are you, sir?
I'm all right. I'm all good.
Yeah.
Finished work for the day about a couple hours ago. So yeah, all good. Self?
Thank you so much for coming on. So
thanks for having me.
No, listen, mate. Like I said, I was more than happy to vote for you. You know what I tried to say to everyone before was that I didn't know hardly any of the people who I voted for. Not really. So to me, it seemed more natural to vote for someone who I've been enjoying watching during this time of November, Christmas, January time. So for me to put your name up was easy. So 2 hours ago, I checked numbers, and you was up to 83 subscribers. So I don't know where you was before, or where that's what you're up to. That's what you was up to 2 hours ago.
I think I was about.
Don't say 100 and you've gone down.
No, I was nowhere near 100. I'd like to hit the 100 so I can change the silly characters at the end of my channel link. No, I was about 58-ish, 60-ish. Not
good. You've gained some. Good. I'm glad.
Yeah, and and it's great. Anybody who's found my channel, I started this channel just for myself, basically, as a creative outlet, and I didn't know whether people would enjoy what I did. And anybody who does, excellent. I've tried to be as original as you can be when a lot of this stuff has already been done before. I'm trying different things. I'm enjoying the bits of the film stuff as much as I'm a gaming channel. I enjoy the film stuff as well.
As you know, I do. I love the films and all. I mean, there's a lot of knowledge in this big fucking head. So
yeah, we saw that with some of the bootlegger stuff that you've done. With the wrestling and the comics and stuff like that. But yeah, it started off as a personal project, and people have said to me, everybody in the community has been amazing. Everybody has been welcoming. for want of putting it a better way, there hasn't been anybody who's been a dickhead, really. You know, as much as he likes to say he's a bit of a dick, even Dana's been a great help, and you know, giving me pointers along the way, and you know, everybody's been good.
I think we're blessed with a good community. We all like to have a laugh. I like to have a laugh as well, so it's great that we've got that with all the people, you know. And again, thank you very much, Paul. I'm just messaging Al because Al always likes to cause a fuck. Anyway, Al, help. I didn't put any of your links into this description, so my apologies. Right, so Paul, wait there, sir. I'm going to get the next person in. So you hold tight. If you haven't got a beer, open one up, or water or whatever, because, you know, I don't know what you drink where you are, if you're having tea or whatnot. I'll open mine soon.
To be fair, this is like water, really. I wanted to try it, though, this rock show stuff.
Okay, cool.
It comes from the Guinness factory. I do have some Ghost Ship and a couple of other bottles to the side, though.
Good. Well, I've got a couple here, so, you know, we'll still go through them. Right, so the next person, I think it's my second nomination. He's another Londoner. That probably give you away because the rest of you lot are obviously from Skegness and wherever, Timbuktu or wherever. And he's on with his young lad. I'm not sure if he's his youngest lad because I'm not too sure of his family tree, obviously, because I've only just met him. So we have got Lee, the nerdy geezer, and his boy Connor. How we doing?
How you doing? We're good.
We're very well. You might need to get a bit closer. We could just about catch you just on the edges. Move together closer. Woo.
Yeah, a bit of a problem. We ain't got a lot of room, yeah?
Oh, that's fine. There we go. Once we get the camera, we'll be fine. Lee, thank you so much. Connor, thank you so much for coming on, mate. I really appreciate it. So, like I just said to Paul, I checked all of your channels 2 hours ago, number-wise. You are now at 267. It could have gone up. It could have gone down during that time because who knows with YouTube. So, do you know where you was before? There we go.
I think he was on 244, I think.
244. So you've gained about 23 so far. So that's not bad.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing. So thank you so much for coming on, Lee and Connor. I'm sure it's going to be interesting. I've got a couple of questions for you guys in a bit. So let's get on. Let's get on the next person. So who should we pick next? This gentleman travels up and down the stretch of the UK. Apparently, he works in the Navy. I don't think he does. I think he's just chatting shit, really, to be fair to you. But never mind. That's Mark Geordie /.
Hello.
How are we doing? You good, sir?
Yes, I'm very well. Thank you very much.
Perfect. Good. So we already had this question, so we cheated a little bit. But regardless, I checked 2 hours ago, and you had 142 subs. When I said that to you, you said to me
144.
And it's probably gone up now, probably by 1 or 2 because it seems to fluctuate. So where was you before, did you say?
So you phoned us up on the Friday to tell us the good news and that. And on the Sunday, I had a message off Steve at Cooper's World. And he said you're on 99. And then I went up to the 100 that afternoon. Right. So that's what I went up.
Perfect. So we all seem to be growing. Even myself, I've grown a couple, so that's good. So, Mark, thank you so much, mate. I really appreciate you being on tonight, mate. I know you're not drinking, so that's fine. But you're smoking that silly pen. Pen. So we'll get the next person in. So the next person, let's go for this one because he's got someone with him. So this gentleman, he's from the Midlands of the UK. The other day, I think he said it smelled. I think he said that Wolverhampton smelled or something like that. Some story like that. But anyway, it's Ginger Hippie Gaming. It's Simon or Cy to us all.
Yes, it's Hippie. Why do people keep saying Happy Gamer? Everyone keeps saying that.
It's that demeanour you've got, Si.
Yeah. And this is your little one.
Yeah, is it? Say hello.
Hello.
Saskia has been on a few videos with me, and it's also, what day is it today?
My birthday.
Oh, so
Happy birthday, son.
what
Happy
we're gonna
birthday.
do,
How old are
we're
you?
gonna sing to you. We're gonna sing to you in a second. I'm just gonna get in the other tuba just before we sing. So give me 1 second. I should have put them before, but never mind. Si, you was 242. I had earlier today. So I don't know if you can remember what you was on before.
I actually can because it was 222, which made me laugh that it was all 3 2s.
Oh God! So you got up a good. So that's good. So you're on the right way. So that's fine. Let's get our last person in, and then we'll sing "Happy Birthday," and then we'll start getting down to the nitty gritties. All right, Jed. So this is another person who I said earlier who lives up the north. He's got a funny accent, but not a funny accent for where he lives. Yeah, let's get him in. It's Paul Retro Bates.
Hi guys, how you doing?
I can't say what I want to say because there's children around there.
Connor's
It's
had it all
close.
before,
You're very close to why it is that. Very close.
I'm sure Connor has because us London boys don't mess around.
Yeah.
So, Paul, you was 2 hours ago at 292. Do you know where you was before?
I was at 242, and I had a quick look there, and I'm at 296.
Right, so you've gone up. So that's good. So that's a good thing. So
That's really good. Yeah.
you're going in the right direction. So that's good. So let's quickly sing "Happy Birthday" to Oscar if we all can, all in your best voices, and then we can crack on. All right. So. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Oscar.
Happy
birthday to you.
We got a microphone.
Was that?
You want to quickly show them what you got before we go? You got a bullet bill. What game did you get today?
Nice.
Oh, what did you get?
Nice.
Oh, that Mario.
Nice.
nice.
Oh, lovely jubbly.
Oh, good.
That actually looks good. That.
Yeah, is it a little bit of a Mario fan, aren't you? Okay.
Good luck to you. Good luck to you.
Right, Oscar's going to go ahead off now because it is getting close to bedtime. So,
Bless his heart.
everyone can say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye.
See you later.
See you later, Oscar. Yeah, do you want to take this with you? Come here.
You got lots of happy birthdays in the comments as well. We got Gernardino saying happy birthday. We got Rollercore. Retro Bates got the same mic as me. Thanks, Al. Thanks for sharing that useless information with us, mate. Thanks. I'm just checking before we get anywhere.
I wish I could use it properly.
Gernardino, thank you very much for putting the links to the subs. I'm sorry I'm not that good, but that's why I have you lovely people to help. We've got a question here, and I'm not too. Where are we? We've got Danger in the house. We got that. There was one question, and I meant to get it, but there's been quite a few messages come through. It was a message. It was a question for Ink Northerner. It was asking how you like your eggs. That's what it was from Danger. I can't even find you now.
Is it in capitals?
Question. Ask this question of all is important. Ink Northerner, what is your favourite way to cook an eggie?
Poached, probably, Dainster.
Poached. That's nice. That's good. Right. Okay. So
I don't cook them though. I just go and get some breakfast items for them, like McDonald's.
That's fair enough, isn't it? Al, I'm going to open the toffee apple. Al, I'm going to go with that one because you told me it was the nicest, and then we'll start getting into this.
That
Very
toffee
sweet,
apple is really good. It is good though.
Oh dear.
I'm gutted they've stopped making the festival drinks.
Well,
unless you can get it further south, but I haven't been able to find the festival drink for ages.
Brothers are making some odd flavours at the moment.
Okay.
This is the candy floss flavour.
No, I haven't seen the candy floss. I mean, there's so many different flavours. I'm still trying to. It's because of you, so Big Al and Rollercore, like I said, and Ink Northerner as well, because I know he likes these different beers, the different drinks. That I'm turning into a bit of an alcoholic. So who knows?
We saw the picture of your fridge.
Yeah, we saw your fridge.
That was only the first part. You ever seen the outside fridge? That's the worst one. Right, let's get.
Was it a chest freezer?
No, I've got an American fridge in my. This is my conservatory I'm in. I've got an American double door fridge in the kitchen, and in my cave where all my stuff is, I've got another American fridge, big one, and that's full of like drinks and chocolate and ice cream and stuff that we can't get in here. So a lot of it goes in there. I've got 2 shelves, and the girls get some as well, so that's all good.
What Chef's told us is he lives in Buckingham Palace, really.
Right, so
I
my
have to
first
say, Lee, thanks so much for the video of that parrot the other day, because now Oscar won't say. Oscar keeps saying what your parrot said all the time.
Oh, puppy power. Or,
yeah, it just keeps on saying it.
Yeah, she picked it up.
Does it ever shut up?
No, she's quite. Like, they're sleeping now. I'm gonna get them on camera, but like James Bird's own games room gets them on and whatnot. And I mean, my ones are not too keen on the cameras.
It's getting cold in here.
Never mind, we're getting cold. Get the old in. Right, let's get the questions. Right, so this is the first question.
You've got to turn my radiator on.
It's going to be for all of you, but I'm going to go around Ink Northerner, Nerdy Geezer, because that's how I'm seeing you in my camera. So I'll say, so Ink Northerner, my first question to you is, why did you get into YouTube? What made you start your own channel?
So I was watching people like Metal Jesus and dare I say Jebs as well. I still don't understand why everybody doesn't like her. I don't know her. I've never met her, and people told me she's not, she's really not a nice person to meet.
That's a long story, Paul. We can talk about that another time.
Yeah.
Is she the one with the legs?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean.
With a what?
That's the one. She's always got her legs out.
Oh.
But yeah,
Never seen her.
I contemplated doing this years ago. When I was at uni, when YouTube was in its infancy, I contemplated doing something from a film point of view.
Yeah.
And I never did. And then when we had the first lockdown, I was watching more and more YouTube. I was still working, but obviously on lunch or at weekends, I was watching more and more YouTube because there wasn't much else to do. And I watched a few guys. I think the first one out of the community that I picked up on was Retro Bear.
Retro Bear, good old Stu, bless him.
Russ, Shirley.
Retro, yeah, no, I'm making sure you know who he is. I'm making sure you know who he was. I'm glad because a lot of people name drop like, yeah, Metal Jesus. What's his name? So good. You know Russell, good.
I do know Metal Jesus' name. It just escaped me.
Don't lie, you don't watch him.
I don't watch much of his stuff anymore. To be fair, I watch more of the UK guys. When I found this community, it was great. And then I saw, I think it was Rob Gernardino's videos, and then
another great channel.
And then it spun from there. And I was watching. I can't remember who it was I watched, and basically the person said everybody delays getting into YouTube because they want to get all the gear first, and I was the same. I wanted to get like a decent camera and this, that, and the other. And in my first video, I used just the laptop web camera and stuff. And
yep.
I basically just that's how I got into it. And it's still just a personal thing for me. It's just a creative outlet is the way I see it.
Yeah, mate. Listen, you got to start somewhere. I mean, everyone has their own ways. So, but thanks, Paul. So that's fair enough. So you got into it through watching other people and whatnot. And Retro Bear was one of the ones you could watch. Obviously, Metal Jesus. Now, Lee, Nerdy Geezer, how did yourself and Connor get on the tubes?
So basically, Connor kept saying to me, Dad, we should do YouTube. And for a long while, I thought, I don't know, I'm not really sure on that. But then when COVID started, so basically the wife got put on shielding because she's got quite a rare lung condition. So I had to shield from work as well.
Okay.
And we couldn't find anything to do. We'd watched everything in the house pretty much. So we decided then that was the time, something to do. And it was keep us occupied, but also gave other people that were stuck at home something to watch.
Of course.
So yeah, and I mean, when we started, it was mainly movies, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And comics, and we did a bit of was making models as well, wasn't we? But then we moved into the gaming as well. So, and that's probably predominantly what we do now, gaming. So, yeah, that's how we did it.
Fair play. Good, good. Thank you very much. Retro Bait, are you there, or have you disappeared? Are you still there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm only taking the piss. I can hear you fine, mate. Yeah.
Internet's only just hit Inverness, you know.
Just about. It's the old hamster running around like a fucking lunatic, mate.
Exactly. Yeah.
How did you get into YouTube, Paul?
So what it was, I bought like a load of Commodore stuff because you know I was just bored, like new gaming, got that, and then I ran out of room to put it in the house, so I thought I'll build myself a shed. So I put myself a shed up, and then that just gives an excuse to buy even more consoles and computers, and so it just got a bit out of hand. And then once I was in here, I found out that I would probably play about 30% of the time on games and stuff, and the other 70% of the time I'd be sat watching Mr. Bad's games, Sega Zombie, any channels that I could find where it was about micros, spectrums, especially like Hit Squad, because like I'm into collecting them. So J Cybersnake, like channels like that.
Retro Chef, no.
It doesn't come, well, as I say, but do you know, like YouTube's, you're always taking on board new things. Yesterday, I watched my first ever PlayStation 4 pickups, well, collection video. So you took it. You took my virginity.
I wouldn't shout that too much, mate, because there'll be a fucking queue otherwise. You know what I mean?
Is there a queue? Is there?
There'll be a queue, mate.
So
Paul,
I was in the end. I just thought, you know what, furlough. I got furloughed, and I thought, why not put all this kit to use? So, like Ink Northern was saying, I started off with my laptop. I was actually having a look at them the other day, and oh my god, it's amazing how different, how far it's come in the space of 8 months. So just started there, and it just kind of, in the end, I love doing it. It's my getaway from the madness in the house. Come out here. Yeah. It's an excuse to play some games, talk to my mates, and it's just something I enjoy doing.
Lovely answer. Thank you very much, Paul. Si, how did you first go on YouTube, my friend?
Well, YouTube for me, I again, watching lots of other people on YouTube, like Dave plays retro games badly, and Zombie Bombs Emporium of Old Pat, Sega Zombie. I knew Sega Zombie a few times, met him at the revivals. But it was something that always other people did. You know what I mean? It wasn't something that I thought I could get into. And when the first lockdown happened, I was suffering terribly with anxiety. And for me, being able to make a video, shut your brain off for a bit, and just post it out there, I think has been such an amazing bit of therapy, really, for me. And I hear you, man. I hear you. If the videos that I put out also help other people, I mean, that's just a bonus. But yeah, it really was just a way of coping through the day. When you talk about getting the right equipment and everything else, my equipment the first time round was literally a plank of wood with my phone nailed to the top of it. You know. So
listen, if it works, it works.
You guys hear me? Because I've lost you, completely lost the sound.
We can hear you, Crystal, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've lost it. I may have to pop out and back in again just to see if I can sort this sound out. It was working fine a minute ago. Now I can't hear a single thing.
Welcome to my world.
No worries. I'll move over to Mark. We'll come back to you, all right? Sorry?
Give me a minute. I'm going to pop out and come back.
Mark, how did you get into YouTube, sir? Oh, and can I'm just going to have to click on the subtitles just while you talk, mate. No. I'm joking.
So I can do them for you.
Go on, Mark. You crack on, mate.
So I'd finally talked all us into letting us have a games room. So I started looking around on YouTube, you know, to get some ideas and stuff like that. And it was all the Yanks, you know, where the games rooms are the the length of the bloody time. And I was like, so then I typed in small games room, and you know, Burnout Culture. I think his name's Mark.
Yes, very good friend of mine, VHS bootleggers like myself.
So he actually popped up as the first one, and like I just thought, this is just a normal guy like me, you know, just sitting in his small room having a drink and just chatting shit. So I thought, oh, I quite like that. And then I started going down the YouTube rabbit hole, and then well, who was the next one I found? Steve, you know, the Gavin Henson of Sega Master Systems, Steve Retro. So then I found him, and then you just, like I say, you go down that rabbit hole like you do on YouTube. You know, you're watching a David Attenborough show about reptiles. The next thing you're in your loft covered in foil watching David Icke, you know. So,
and that's you know what, and what you said is exactly right. Is, you know, I found all your channels pretty much the same way. I think I found a couple of you by word of mouth, and you know, you just grow. And that's, you know, my first tuber I first found was Tootie, obviously, because Tootie was, you know, he's the gaming granddad. But there was another gentleman, his name's Martin, and I think his name is Retro Game Tech, and he never showed his face, and he used to fix anything. Like, literally, you'd send him a TV with no bloody, like, anything inside it, and he'd MacGyver it and get it working. Like, literally, he was getting everything fixed. And he went away for a little while. I think he's a Scottish lad as well. He was massive, and then he went away, and then obviously, you know, it's one of those, isn't it? But I've had a couple of people, thank you, gents, for the first question, so I appreciate that. I've had one person ask in the comments, I'm going to go through some comments, how old is everyone? So I'm going to go first. I'm 38. Ink Northerner, you're next on my queue. How old are you, sir?
I'm 37. I turned 38 in June.
Yeah, okay. Lee, Nerdy Geezer?
I'm 42.
42.
And Connor's 12.
Good age.
Yeah.
Lovely. Lovely, jubbly. Sky, what about you, sir?
37, also turned 38 in June.
Oh, fucking hell. Fair play to you. Paul?
42.
42.
Ah.
I see.
Good age, that, mate. Good age. That's why you're like you're 64.
Like a fine wine. Like a fine wine. Mark, what about you, sir?
38 on Friday.
Good luck to you.
Clearly, 1983 is the best year to be born, given the subsection.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, I always say 82 is the best year, but never mind. That's
there's three. We outweigh everybody else, so
it's close.
It's close. It's close. Right. Where is this is the question?
Terrible, that, by the way.
I'm so sorry, but I'm going to keep doing it. Fuck yeah, it's my channel.
I thought it was a Jamaican.
It's Klaus, mate.
It's my cool runnings accent. This is a question that this is the only person. This is the only person that would ask this question because he's a right CUNT. Sorry, Con, I'll spell it out rather than saying it, fella.
Is it Dana or Pete?
No, he's big game out. Question 4: did you watch Retro Chef channel when he nominated you? If you didn't, it does not matter. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter because I found you guys by word of mouth. So again, I'm not a big player on the tubes. I don't do as much. Well, I do the swap shop now, but the last 2-3 years, I've just been playing my games rather than showing off what I've got. You know what I mean? So if you want to answer it, you can. If you don't want to. It's not a problem. You know, I'm not going to get upset.
The first time I heard it,
I only knew you through swap shop.
Who too?
Yeah, swap shop.
My apologies. So let's start with Paul Ink Northerner because you all went together. Then you all fucking jump. Paul, what about Ink Northerner? What about you?
This is the worst run Microsoft Teams call I've ever been on.
At least there isn't a massive dildo in the background.
Yes, I'd watched a few of your videos, Lee, mainly the swap shop stuff. Purely, I'm not gonna lie, purely because of some of the people that run swap shop things.
Of course, and that's a good thing. That's why again I try every week to try and get different people so that he does reach out to everyone, so that all those people can also trade with other people because a lot of people have traded with people who don't know each other for shit, and that's why I wanted to do it. So you know what I mean, I appreciate that. What about you, Lee?
Same swap shop. So it was a good idea what you did there, because I think that brought a lot of people in. Yeah, that was how we found you.
It was, you know what it was? I was at home with my missus, and I've done a few streams, and I said I really want to trade with some of these people, but I haven't got all their numbers, if you know what I mean. I've got all yours now, obviously, but a lot of people I never had their numbers. So the only way to get in touch with them was through the comments, and you're not going to put your number through the comments and all that kind of stuff, are you?
You can't even contact anyone through YouTube now.
No,
it's difficult.
You used to be able to when I first started. You could private message someone. And my missus, I said to my missus, I want to start trading. She goes, why didn't you do a live stream? And then I just clicked like Swap Shop. I was very young when that came out. I was like when it was on TV, so I just barely remember it. So that was it. So yeah, thank you, Lee. So what about you, fella? I know you did say
Swap Shop again. I mean, I watched one Swap Shop. Then I think I messaged you and he said, would you like to come on the next one, which I did, and then I was on the one after that. So again, just meeting different people. There are quite a lot of people who I'd never seen before on there in the comments and that. So grows from there, doesn't it?
That's it, mate. Exactly. And now, you know, me and you, Si, me and Paul, and all of us, we're all getting closer as friends. And I say that. I've got no reason to fucking lie. So we're all getting, we're in our little group together. So that's nice. So, Paul,
I have to say this now though. When Paul was coming on Swap Shop, he was messaging me the day before. You need to believe how nervous he was coming on Swap Shop.
Bless.
I was. Where are you? Are you this way? Cheers. No, for me it was someone actually contacted us and said that Retro Bear, who I also watch, had been on the Swap Shop, and he was he wanted to swap some Commodore 64 or some 8-bit games, and he might have had some hit squads. So I was like, fucking nice one. Like, tell us the link. Like, I need to know.
You hear hit squads and that's it.
That's it. I'm there. Do you know what I mean? I need to complete it.
They were on fire.
So yeah, I started. I found the channel and I started watching back from there, and I thought, you know what, this is actually alright. So yeah, subbed. That was it.
Thank you.
Well, you subbed to him. I haven't.
Listen, the best one. Like, look, Dana. Like I said about my number, right? And I've been me and Dana have been talking. I've known Dana quite a bit of time. Well, just over a year and a bit now, and he keeps putting, does anyone have Lee's number? Because he goes, I need to block it.
I was in two minds about whether to sub with that beard that he's got going on, but
my one.
Yeah, your one.
I've had these.
That's not a beard. That's burns.
I've had sideburns since I was 14. Not like this, but I've had like sideburns, and if I cut them off, I swear I look as young as Connor. I look really young. I swear to you, I look so young. If I cut off the old paintbrush,
I forgot what my face looks like.
I'm the same as you, Si. I grew this once about 3 years ago and accidentally shaved it off because I went down to the wrong size when I was trimming it, and then I grew it back, and I'm never getting rid of it. It's staying.
There he is.
The top will go before the beard will go now.
Do you know the worst thing for me at the moment, working in care and having to wear a mask constantly? It's like I've got this mask on and it's just fuzzing everywhere.
I mean, that can't work. Seriously, it can't work. Can it though?
Yeah, well, I'm still here.
Mark,
do you not find you get a lot more beard hairs in your mouth as well with the mask?
What about you, Mark? You're the last one on this, fella. How did you get in? How did you find me out, sir?
When you phoned us up, I'd never heard of you, to be honest. I just got a phone call off. I just got a random phone call off some cotton saying, "Hello, you mate." I said, "Oh, that's I said, it's on the phone." So anyway, quickly checked you out, and I thought, "Oh, he's legit." And then I agreed to do it.
Do you know that day was so funny because that Friday. Sega Zombie said to me, Lee, have you messaged the tubers who you want to vote for? I said no, like, because I didn't know. He goes, oh mate, you've got to message them and make sure they're all right with it first, because some people say no. And I was like, all right. And I know I've got Size, I know I've got Paul Retro Bait, but Ink Northern we've messaged before, and we were on the is it Ever? We're on a couple of. I'm on so many groups I get confused anyway. So I managed to message the ones I knew. And then I messaged Lee and I messaged Paul to say, Paul, look, and Mark. I was like, look, this ain't like Lee. I think was sleeping, and I was messaging like about 6 times saying, listen, I'm so sorry. This ain't no Nigerian. Yeah, this is no Nigerian bank selling thing. I legitimately need to speak to you, and yeah, so that was cool. So thank you, gents. Right, the next one kind of coincides and consists with the other question. I'm going to go around the room again quickly. Who was the first channel you subbed to? If you can quickly just say it was. So, Paul in Northerner, who was your first channel you subbed to?
I think I'm 99% sure it was the Retro Bert, to be fair.
Okay.
I'm almost 99% sure that he was. Other than within the community, that is, rather than because I'm sub to some other channels that aren't even gaming channels as well.
Okay.
But in the community, it would have been probably Retro Bert.
Paul, ignoring it, have you heard of Planet Retro?
I've never heard. Well, I tell you, like, people keep talking about him, but somebody told me that Planet Retro was a bit.
It's like Fight Club.
No, he's you know, like, listen, I can't say too much, but he's on a few lists. I'm not talking about the pedo list either. Nerdy Geezer, Nerdy Geezer, who was your first channel? If you can remember who you were sub to, please.
If
you remember,
I think it was Schmuck Pilot 79.
Which is Dave, who I do miss off the tubes.
I used to work with his mum.
Ah, cool.
So we subbed to him first. Yeah.
He's a good lad. He's on a couple of the WhatsApp groups I'm in, and he pops up now and again. I think he's lorry driving now. He not long past his lorry driving test or whatnot, and he's driving lorry. So cool, good. That's a good one. So what about you, fella?
Thinking back, it's probably going to be Zombie Bob's Emporium of Old Tat, Andre Russell.
What a great name
I've known him for quite a while. Yeah, it's an amazing channel. Me and him do some trades backwards and forwards and everything else, and I sub to him. He's taking a bit of a break at the moment, but as I said, his channel is just, he's got a passion for what he collects and, you know, and the way he comes across. So it's, and also it would have been Dave Plays Retro Games Badly with David Birdsall. You know.
You spoil it now, but thank you, Sly. Paul, what's yours,
Well,
mate?
can you guess?
Say someone else. Just say someone else.
Fuck, I don't know. I can't think of my feet. It was David Metro Games Played Badly.
Was it because of the hit squads?
It was the hit squads, and he's as shit at playing games as what I am. So I just thought this is the channel for me. And I even asked him to set up a playlist of videos in reverse order, and he actually done it for us. I said, like, can you
He's
set
a
up
good guy,
playlists and
Dave.
just bang them all in reverse order, so I can just watch them one by one.
Did you ever see his stream? I can't remember who it was now, but he sat there the whole way through drinking can after can of Stella.
That's every video.
About, like, no, it must have been about 15
video.
cans.
What are you on about?
No, he sat there for a live
remember the
stream and just
video
kept drinking, and then didn't go.
I think he done one where he didn't drink Stella, but apart from that, but yeah, he was the first.
Mark, what about you, fella? Who was your first one?
I think I've already mentioned Burnout Culture and Retro Red Steve. I think the next one after that, though, was Dad and Lads Gaming.
Nice, Marcus. Yep.
Like, every video they bring out, you just laugh and start to finish, don't you? You know, absolutely brilliant.
It's you know what? What's nice, barring Simon and Paul, but it's still fine. You've all said different channels, so that to me that means that the retro community is good. It's a strong community, you know. There's channels there that maybe other people don't know of, as in because when they first started, they found them by chance, but now they do know of them. I mean, Dads and Lads Gaming, Dave Retro Games Played Badly. I remember, I think he done a stream with someone, and he was like banging them back, man. And I was like, listen, someone better get his number and make sure to get around his house and tuck him in bed. Because, yeah, he was on them. But
I have to
admit
bring this up. I mean, have you ever gone back and looked at some of your old videos? Has anyone gone back and seen Danester's perm?
I love it. I love it. I love it. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, his early videos have got a massive perm.
He has. You must be like using your Jedi mind trick, because the next question is, which I will ask in a second. I just want to check if there's any more messages. Sorry, any more questions from the good people of YouTube, the GPYOT, as one of our YouTubers used to say. There's so many. They're all talking amongst each other. So look, you got this. This is UK Crowd Gaming. Very nice gentleman. I've only proper. I've done one stream with him, which was a month ago, about the Evercade, and he's a really nice geezer. So, and I know he knows you, Lee. So that's why I've been messaging him as well.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
He is a nice guy, and I've also got an Evercade stream tomorrow with a couple of the boys, with Danester, Big Game Owl, UK Crowd. Yeah, I mean, I did the other one when I just bought it, and it was great. So yeah, so here we go. We've got a question here from one of my good friends, who's my good friend again after what's happened. What would you like other tubers to do to help you improve your channels? What would you like other tubers to do to help you improve your channels? Okay. I don't know. Think about that one, Jen. Think about that one, because I know that's a different question.
I can answer that one straight away.
Go on then. You crack on, Paul.
Give me constructive criticism. But bear in mind that it's YouTube, so it's all for you. As somebody told me once in one of the WhatsApp groups, even though you're making videos that you want other people to watch, it is for you. That's the whole point of YouTube. But yeah, if I do something and somebody doesn't like it, then tell me why you don't like it. Don't just say you don't like it. You know, same with everything I do. Same with everything I do in life. Same when I'm talking to my boss. You know, if I do something that you don't like me doing, tell me why you don't like me doing it. And if I agree, I'll correct it. But if I don't, I'll give you a reason why I'm doing it.
Say, do the no likey with the accent.
I'm not from fucking Bolton. No likey, or whatever it is. I hold my hands up. I've seen that show maybe twice. Paddy McGuinness lives from where my hometown is. He lives about 6 miles away.
Second, guys.
No, right,
and the accent is completely different in 6 miles.
That's like between me and you, Mark.
Yeah,
6 miles between Sunderland and Newcastle.
You can't tell, but me and him can tell that we're not the same people.
And I have a weird accent because I come from a jock family, so it gets even weirder for me because I end up with a lot of Scottish mixed in with my accent at times.
That's fair enough. Okay, that's cool. So that's fair enough. We'll come back to this question a little bit later. So think about it. What channels are you watching now? That's fine. Pete's put in, has this been done before? Now, Pete, if you remember, I put this in one of the groups. I said, look, I've got an idea. Has this been done before? No one ever asked. It's sod's law, mate. Every time anyway, I don't really care.
Lee, can I just say, Pete is honestly one of the nicest guys I have spoken to within the community. He's for a guy who's such what I would consider a big channel. He is a really, really nice guy to talk to. And, you know, he's really as much. You know, he's another good guy who can give you a lot of constructive criticism if you need it.
So, there's me and Sega Saturn lad Scott always Pete because I've said this story many times. I don't care. I'm going to tell it again. I drove me, Pete, and Scott to Doncaster.
Doncaster.
Yeah, a horrible. Most of it was closed. It was terrible. We went to the retro game market, and as we walked in, it was so funny. It was like it was set up. This boy and this girl said, "Oh, look, he's put it in the comments. Not this old Hatley. Yeah, I'm fucking telling you." And he was like, oh, hi Pete. I love your channel, and I gave him free gifts in it. And that was it. I was just like the fucking star of YouTube. Look at this one. Fuck me. So yeah, me and Scott used to rip. But listen, Pete, I tell you what I love about Pete. He's fucking honest, and he says how it is, and he will back. If he likes you, he will back you, and that's what I like about him. There's a lot of people who, you know, oh yeah, hello mate, how are you? And bollocks. But regardless, never mind. They're other people. It's like an Uncle Albert during the war story. It is during the war story. I love that story. Okay, so my full question, guys, and little man. Ink Northern Paul, what has been your best pickup since your YouTube? Since you started YouTube, sorry. What has been your best pickup?
Probably my Evercade, to be fair.
Yeah, which is fair enough because I'm loving my Evercade, to be honest with you.
I've actually, as you can see, my shelf's bare at the minute. I've actually sent mine back to be replaced. It developed.
You know what? This is going to get me. How many of you guys have actually returned your Evercade? Because I know 3 of you on here.
So mine
returned it for a replacement.
Yeah. So
no, I've still got mine. Mine's fine.
Yeah, mine's fine.
Yeah,
so
I didn't even get to play mine. The battery was not.
Have all of you got an Evercade apart from me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to get one, Si.
Okay.
You'll love it, mate.
No, but
do you know, I'm good. I've got that Raspberry Pi game.
Mine's everywhere.
I was going to say, does he though? Because the reason for me getting the Evercade was when I was watching UK Crowd's videos. It's all. A lot of it was systems that I don't have any affinity for, like Atari systems, and this just opened up the pathway for me to play games that I would never play. You know, and yeah, I mean, I'm on my when the new one arrives, it'll be my 3rd Evercade. So the first one I got, it didn't start up with the Interplay cartridge in it.
Yeah.
And then I got the replacement that did work for a while and then developed pixel damage. Hopefully the new one is one of the new batch. But despite that, I mean, it's still within the first 12 months of any console, you would expect some consoles to be quality.
So when I got mine, it had dead pixels, okay? And I said this story. Paul, I've still got it, and they haven't come and collected it, and they haven't charged me any extra. I've still got the same. It works.
You've scored, mate. You've scored.
Yeah, I mean, because I was going to buy that set for 160 with all the games.
Yeah, I remember you saying. Yeah.
But if I buy it, then I've got another console, another 4 games.
Swap shop.
With the dead pixels.
I'll have to say that though. Did anyone?
Where is he?
Did anyone see Dana's pickups? Did you see the Evercade stand that I printed off? If any of you guys want one of them, let me know and I can sort you out.
We don't talk about Dana's channel in here anymore. No, that was lovely. That little, I mean, you got the little coin.
Yeah, if any of you guys want one of them, just let me know.
Right. So we've got a couple of questions in the which people have asked, which are in my list. So Gibbs, Gordon, mate, I know you've got one there, Phil. I'm not blanking you, but I'm going to ask that question. Right, okay, so sorry. Ink Northerner, you said Evercade. Nerdy Geezer, what was your best pickup since you've been on YouTube? What would you say your best pickup is?
Technically, mine's not a pickup. It was a Christmas present, but that would be my Mega Drive.
System 1 or Model 1 or Model 2?
Model 1.
Lovely.
Yeah,
so is it a HD? Is it got the HD? What does it say?
No. Unfortunately, the one that my wife got wasn't that one. That was the one I wanted. But, yeah.
Careful, I'm telling us.
One bloody thing. Right, okay. Thank you, Simon. What is your best pickup in your time on YouTube, sir?
See, here's the difficult thing though, is a lot of my pickups used to come from charity shops, which clearly through lockdown hasn't happened. But best pickups, there's got to be 2 of them, and it's the Oculus Quest and the 3D printer. Yeah, I mean, I never thought I'd use them as much as I do, and I really the Oculus Quest 2 is the best social virtuality I've ever seen. It
I've heard
is.
lots of good things about that.
Yeah, I really want to get a Quest. I don't think
I never buy systems on day one, and I pre-ordered an Oculus Quest 2. I won a raffle and got a couple of games which I didn't actually want, so I've sold them on and bought the Oculus Quest with that. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to afford it.
I think
that's fair enough.
This would kill me if I went for a 3D printer. I think, but yeah, definitely the Quest.
The Delta Q5 is 160 quid, and it's the best printer going, to be honest.
But it's not the cost side. It's just the fact that I buy a load of gadgets and never really use them.
You definitely use it.
You'll use it.
I've got a full Arduino thing here that I've not done anything with. I've had it for about 12 months.
Ooh. Paul, Retrobait, what was your best pickup during your time on YouTube, sir?
Yeah, it's the Vectrex. I absolutely love that machine. It's like Nerdy Geezer was saying. It was like a Christmas present, like where I got everyone to club together money that I would normally just waste out on Christmas. And there was a Vectrex come up, and I got my mum to because it was down in Darlington. Give her a bell and said, "Look, do you fancy breaking some COVID restrictions and picking up a Vectrex?" And she's like, "What's that?" I was like, "It doesn't matter, just go grab it." And she did, and I got it set up here. It arrived in one piece.
You're lucky you that posting.
Well, I mean, there was just I wouldn't have gotten it until tomorrow. If
you're lucky Royal Mail could find you in Inverness, to be fair.
No, it was. Do you know Sega Junkie from Instagram?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
He has like his own haulage firm. He moves, like his business is to move stuff that doesn't without breaking it. And he got he got it set up here. And do you know what? He didn't even charge me. He was just like, "Merry Christmas, mate." And he's a massive Vectrex fan as well.
Oh, nice.
So it was just, but for me, like when you see it on a video, it does not do the Vectrex justice at all. It is just so much better than anything that was out in 1983.
I can't believe it made me want to get one.
Oh
yeah, I'd love one.
Yeah, I played with my friend Brian Flett. I played his. And from that moment, I remember driving from his house back to here, and I was straight like that to our lass. It wasn't I want one, it was I need a Vectrex. I need a Vectrex. And it's superb. Honestly, if you haven't got one, get one.
The question there for you.
I've still not been. No, I still don't know who it is.
He's a massive he was big into the occult and supernatural, if I'm getting the right Aleister Crowley.
That's right.
He was in Supernatural, wasn't he?
He looks like Uncle Fester. If you see pictures of him, he's like a heavy.
Was he an actor or something? Is he or?
No, he was a politician as well at one point. He was from the 20s, 30s. He
like
what? I've never heard of him.
To be fair, I do watch a lot of that stuff. So,
what about you, Mark? What's your best pickup during your YouTube time?
So it's something I picked up and I don't have anymore. I think Si might have it. You know that Amiga, with Captain Planet on, the cartoon one, on the front box. Yeah. I think you've got it, haven't you?
I actually did pick one. I forgot about that. I picked that up at the end of the first lockdown.
Yeah, I think I saw
That's
the one.
500, right?
So I was walking.
500. It's the 500 plus.
Yeah, 500 plus.
Yeah. So I was walking past cash converters, I think November, December time, and I saw one in the window, and I'd wanted it since I was a kid, seeing it on Quickly Bottom.
Was it in cash converters?
So it was £250, and it had about 40 games, a couple of joysticks.
That's
and
right.
I thought, I'm getting it.
The thing is, though, the Amiga 500 Plus goes for a hell of a lot more than the 500.
The motherboard goes for 150 quid. A motherboard can go for 150 working.
Oh, can it? Well, it's something I wanted from a kid watching it on Noel Edmonds' house party, because that's what they used to win, isn't it? That exact same box one.
Yeah,
always wanted it. So, like I say, it was end of November, beginning of December. So I came home with it, and I'm looking at it, and I've got Kevin Keegan on one shoulder and Rafa Benitez on the other. Kevin Keegan, all out attack. Keep it. I'd love it if you keep it. I'd love it. And then Rafa defense. It's Christmas coming up. You're getting married soon, son. That's got to go back. So I'm looking at it, and in the end, I just took it back. I just felt guilty, you know. I said, "Oh, it was hard." I was crying.
Don't hate me now, but I picked mine up from a shop. It's a toy shop in Wolverhampton, and he occasionally gets gaming stuff in. And he had a box complete with a couple of games, 70 quid.
Wow.
That
toy shop looks amazing, by the way.
It is.
You took a few photos, didn't you?
I feel much better now.
I think you put them on.
The annoying thing for me,
250 is top end. Is top
very
end.
Good. That
the annoying
very
thing for me was I had one years ago and I sold it off cheap.
Have you seen the teasers for the Amiga 500 Mini?
I was listening to I didn't know anything about it, and I was listening to Retro 48K the day he did a podcast with Generic Demon, and they brought that up there. I never knew it was coming out, but it's something I'll definitely look into. Like,
the same one who did the Commodore 64 Mini and stuff. So
yeah, they were seeing
Yeah, I must be the only one that has no affinity for any of the home computer stuff.
I'm just Amiga.
No Spectrum, no. I've said, but I was never. I played on Spectrum once or twice. My uncle had one, but it was never. You know, I didn't start gaming until I picked up I got a NES for Christmas from my mum and dad. It was never something that was ever. I tell you why. My dad at one point worked for a company called Uniwell.
2 seconds, lads.
No worries, fella.
Tills, and he brought all my green screen PC once, and used to play Snake on that all the time. That was brilliant. But I'd never really had any affinity for any of the Amiga or anything like that. Which is why I like the Amiga. It gives me a chance to play.
What did your mates play at the time? Like, what were your mates like? At school and what did they have? Because the reason I wanted an Amiga is because all my mates had Amigas. They all swapped games, and I was like, I need to be in on that. Do you know what I mean?
In all honesty, we didn't talk about things like that when it was at school, even primary school, at secondary school. We were. It was mainly when I went to secondary school. It was like SNES. No, it was NES and SNES.
Lambrini.
But no, things like when I was at primary school, we used to collect wrestling cards and stuff like that. It was never. Yes. We were never big gamers back then. For the most part.
Oh, Lee, to answer that question that popped up on the screen, yes, I have been to the halfway house. So I can actually see it from my front door.
Right.
Sorry, a question popped up.
No, you're good. Right. So one of my questions is here, and my good friend Scott Sega Saturn Lad, to all of you, and we'll go around again. So Paul Ink Northerner, what is your prized possession or your grail item in your collection today?
I know mine.
I don't know.
Oh, come on. It's got something.
Probably my Series X is at the minute.
Okay.
Given that nobody can get hold of one. I don't particularly have many Grail gaming items, I guess.
Okay.
I've got ignore the mess over there I was tidying up before, but I have that. My brother got me that. That's a canvas picture. My brother got me that. My birthday a while back. That's probably my favourite thing in my whole games room, even though it's not gaming related as such.
No, that's fair enough.
But yeah, I'd have to think. Yeah, probably my Series X.
Who's pouring a drink? It sounds like we're having a wee.
I was going to say something. Pouring a drink or having a piss, one or two.
Yeah.
I'm about to pour one.
But yeah, that's
okay.
Things like that are more important to me in terms of my gaming stuff than anything.
Cool, fair enough. That is a lovely drink, by the way. That is very, very nice.
It's very sweet, but it's all right.
Hey,
the rhubarb and custard's a lot sweeter.
Oh God, yeah.
You don't get to 18 stone for not fucking eating anything or drinking anything sweet, boys. Right, Lenny User, my dear friend Lee, what is your prized possession? And don't say Connor.
No, he does my head in. I'm not saying him. My one's going to sound a bit funny because back in the day, everyone would have had one of these. But when I was growing up, money was tight, and I always wanted one but didn't get one. And that's my Game Boy DMG.
Okay, cool. The original Game Boy.
I only picked that up probably about 3 or 4 months ago.
Nice.
So I've been waiting a long time. So, yeah.
That's fair enough. If I don't know how well you know Craig Goodwin or Goodwin's Place. He's just modified a Game Boy DMG and it looks fucking awesome. I know Si's seen it.
Yeah.
Is that the grey one? It's like all in grey.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was planning to do with mine, but he beat me to it.
Yeah, he looks nice, man. Fair play to him.
Yeah.
But that's good. So,
what's Connor's favourite thing?
Yeah, what's your favourite?
Off the top of my head, I can't remember.
Well, what do you play the most?
The PlayStation 4.
PS4. I knew that would be the answer.
Yeah, well.
See, Connor, I hardly touch my PS4. I've got the Spider-Man PS4, and I got it for Spider-Man.
Yeah, makes sense.
And I hardly play a PS4. It's criminally underused, like a lot of my consoles are, apart from my Xbox ones.
His is overused all the time. Fortnite.
But you're getting value for money there, though, Lee, I guess.
Well, yeah, until it breaks and I have to buy another one.
That'll be a PS5 then.
Yeah.
What about you, Si? What is your...
Well, me and Paul spoke about this the other day, and it is that bootleg copy of Flintstones. But I've actually gone and got it, and that's this. Hang on. And I know people take the piss. I'm talking about Flintstones. It's not so much the Flintstones game, because it's an amazing game. It's the fact that it's on this cart that I put all the hours into. I found in a charity shop where I used to go with my nan, and I thought was long lost. And when I found it, I was so happy to get this back again. It means absolutely nothing. It's cheap as anything, but it's mine, and my hours and time and everything went into this, and this is the most prized possession in my collection.
Sentimental.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I've got quite a few games that are the actual carts and things that I played, like my GameCube. The copy of Mario Kart that I've got it's got so many cracks and you can't play it, but that's the game I put the hours into, so that means more to me than a copy I can play.
No, that makes sense.
My Mario Kart Double Dash on my GameCube is the one that I got when I first had my GameCube. Obviously, it doesn't have as much sentiment.
I've still got the memory card with the saves on it as well, and the saves on it are for SSX, Mario Kart, and Tony Hawk's, and The Simpsons Hit and Run.
Nice.
Still got my original saves
Simpsons
on it.
Hit and Run's amazing.
Absolutely.
I lent my Simpsons Hit and Run out for my GameCube, and it came back with just the box, and I hadn't checked it for months.
Oh, no.
It was just
the problem is that it was the price of that's just going right up as well. I mean, you can't get it quite under 30 quid now.
I've got it on OG Xbox, but yeah, it's
Mario Kart Double Dash 30 quid.
The Zelda games on the GameCube are horrendous. I've got both.
Yeah. Did you see how much Big Game Al said? How much the Gadget Race is going for now?
Yeah, it was ridiculous, and
it's like 350, 400 quid. No game is worth that much money.
Apart from Lethal Weapon on the Commodore Hit Squad.
But somebody posted on.
Yeah, sure. How much did you get again? 11 quid, was it?
Somebody posted on the group Lakers versus the Celtics.
Yeah,
I mean, I won't buy it anyway
because
it features Celtics on it, but it's like $7,000 for a Sega Mega Drive game.
The thing is, though, there's a different version of it that's a lot cheaper, and the only difference is the manual or something like that, isn't it?
It's
$7,000
to say.
Yeah. Yes.
Did you actually say $7,000?
Yeah.
Well, £6,999.99, or best offer.
That's what you proposed.
I bought it
It's not even
yesterday.
a good game, is it? If I remember right.
Most games that expensive are never good games because they didn't sell. That's why they're expensive.
That's why they're so expensive.
Yeah.
Right, Paul, Retro Debate, what is your one, mate? What is your Grail.
Huge Commodore fan, massive Commodore fan. So it's me boxed silver label Commodore 64. It comes out twice a year.
Right.
Comes out twice a year to test it up, and then it goes back in its box, and it's one of the few things that actually lives inside. That doesn't stay in the shed. It stays in my bedroom right next to me.
No, that makes sense. That makes sense, but that's fair enough. Mark, what about you, sir?
So Holy Grail, what I'd love to have and I haven't got, Symphony of the Night. I'd love that on the PlayStation 1, Castlevania.
Okay.
But if I had to choose what's in my room, without trying to sound too soppy, probably my NES Mini, because that was what my daughter got us for Father's Day for the first time.
No, that's fair enough.
Nice.
I'd probably choose that because she got us it.
No, listen. I mean, that's fair enough. I mean, you know, I don't even know what mine is. I mean, I've still got all my collection from when I was a kid, and that's why I've got so much shit. I mean, I'm quite lucky to had and sold 2 Sega Multi-Megas in the space of 3 years. I sold one quite recently. I don't know, Grail. I really couldn't say. For me, it's a tough one.
If there was a house fire and your family was safe and you could run in and only save one thing, what would it be?
My golf
birds.
Well, there you go.
My birds can fly out themselves. We've actually got 3 birds. We've got 2 downstairs in the living room, and then my daughter's got a little lovebird. But my golf clubs, because they cost me a lot of money. But not as much as my games, obviously, but my golf club.
Did you like it when I put your face on Coco Beware, did you?
When you put that picture, I first thought, oh, he's put me on the face of that geezer with the big old, Hampton. I thought, oh my God, what's all this about? And I looked at it again, I was like, oh, it's Coco Beware. That's all right. That's fair enough. That was good. What's Dana put here? Dana's put here, house fire, I leave burnt the chips again. Oh, my God. No.
So, I know I don't want to hijack your stream, Chef, but I know VHS bootleggers were asking earlier. Well, yeah, bootleggers I saw made a comment earlier asking me why I'd picked Seven Brides for Seven Brothers as a film to review, it being a random choice. I just have a massive love for musicals. For a northern bloke who's a reasonable size, I don't mind some musicals. So I know the bootleggers asked it. They asked this at the start.
Oh, did they? Did he ask you capital letters? Probably
no,
not.
they did not. Nobody follows those rules.
Oh, I hate music.
And ignore that. So you love your movies then? You're a big movie fan?
Yeah, well, my degree's in film and media studies.
Right.
So
Have you seen Shed of the Dead?
I don't think so.
Please don't watch it. It is the worst movie I've ever seen in my life. I couldn't actually watch the end of it.
He's too busy watching The King and I, isn't he? To watch out else.
Just like you said, Paul, in Northerner, me, I love games. I mean, my first console was a NES, the Turtles one, which I've still got today. Comics, I'm massively into comics, Marvel, DC. I'm massively into wrestling throughout the ages, and anime, manga. I was like the geek kid in school, but I was trying to be the cool kid. I was amongst all the people. But when I went home, I was quite happy to
You're a secret nerd.
Yeah. That's what I was like.
I didn't become like a proper person until I went to college and I met my close group of friends that I've got now. We're all into all sorts of stuff. But yeah, musicals with me. It's not all musicals, but stuff like Seven Brides for Seven Brothers. I love also there's all sorts of stuff. I'll tell you what, Pedro, we'll take it offline and we'll have a discussion about it.
Let me just tell you something. I do a lot of stuff with the VHS bootleggers, with Pedro and the guys. I get on really well with them. Great channel. Love all their content. And I love all the stuff with them.
They told me earlier they fucking hate you.
Listen, listen. No surprises, mate, because you know, best looking person on YouTube, Dana is second. You know, I love.
See, now for me, size the best looking man on YouTube. That beard and that hair is just immense.
Do you know who's? You know, when I look at Si sometimes, just like when I'm like, just glance, he reminds me of Lopan from Big Trouble in Little China.
Big Trouble in Little China!
Yeah, just
I watched that the other night. It's fucking brilliant still.
So like, I'm going to do it now. I'm going to be looking over here. And I'm like, oh no, it's not. See, that's how it happens, which is also one of my favourite films as well. Right, okay.
Don't play the Spectrum version of that game. It's terrible.
I've got a. I want to say it's a Pack and Sack. Oh, hang on. I think it's a Pack and Sack Dave game from America. It's a NES game, and it's just for you nerdy geeks. You might want to see this. It's like movie. It's basically Kung Fu on the NES, and it's done as Big Trouble in Little China. So it's left to right, like Kung Fu. It's the same game as Kung Fu, but you're Jack Burton going left to right.
Nice.
Yeah, it's really good. So as we were talking about movies, let's have this question from Gordon. If I can go back to it. There we go. Favorite video game movie, if you have it. If you don't, that's fine. Paul in Northern, we'll start with you, sir.
Street Fighter.
Street Fighter. Okay.
Everybody hates it, but I fucking love it.
Listen, you each to their own. Lee, Nerdy Geezer and Connor, what would your be differently? What would yours be, Connor? What would yours be, Lee?
I imagine ours would probably be the same, but our one was a movie, then a game.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah. I'd say Empire Strikes Back.
Empire Strikes Back. Okay, on what console?
Yeah. Well, I like the old C64 version, you know.
Okay. No, that's,
yeah,
that's
it was basic, but it was good.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
If you like the Star Wars games, try the Atari ones. There's some good Atari Star Wars games.
Yeah, I imagine. Yeah.
So, Lee, is Connor's the same, or does he have a game that he, a gaming film that he prefers?
Yeah.
Probably the same.
Yeah.
Big Star Wars fan.
Yeah, he's a big Star Wars fan like me, so.
I'm never
He's got no choice, has he? Well, you as his father.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're watching it. You're watching it.
Sequels. As long as it's not the sequels, because they suck.
I still say Rogue One movie though.
I mean, my favourite Star Wars movie was was Rogue One, which I know people hated on it, but I loved it because
really?
I thought.
No, I like Rogue One.
I thought it was great.
Was that the one that felt really retro?
Yeah.
It's the one that they set just before the first three movies. You know what I mean?
You get to see Darth Vader. You get to see Darth Vader actually be evil.
Yeah, he kicks ass in that one.
You actually get to see people die, proper get killed.
Everyone.
But out of that film, there's a lot of characters who I'd love to see more. We are getting a Captain Caspian.
Andor. Oh, Caspian Andor, yeah.
Yeah, sorry. You're getting one of him. I'd love to see something with Donnie Yen, who played like the blind Jedi, if you want.
I didn't like the Solo movie. I was not a fan of the Solo movie.
No, I didn't like the Solo. I like the way they try and bring it together with Darth Vader. With Darth Maul at the end. I like that.
Yeah.
But what I didn't like was Han Solo all of a sudden gets chucked into this den with a beast, and he can speak to Chewie. I didn't like that, and I didn't like that geezer either. I thought he looked like a right mug. Anyway, I'm sorry. Would yours be Big Trouble in Little China, maybe? Or
it would not be. Mine would actually be, and it's not a very good movie, but the Mario Brothers movie, because I remember having my own money and going to the video shop and renting it. And because I rented it with my money, I watched it like 5 or 6 times before it went back. So it's bad, but I like it.
No, that's your choice, mate. And whoever calls you an arsehole or a mug, forget about them, mate. What are you happy with is all that happens, mate. Retro Bates, Paul, what is yours?
So one that was a game that was made into a movie, it would have to be the Resident Evil series. But if it was the other way around, if it was favourite film that was made into a game, it would be John Carpenter's The Thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Talking about
Love
John
that film.
Carpenter, there's a lot of these films could have been made into good games.
No.
Can you imagine now they live as a game?
Oh,
That would be so good.
yeah.
That would be so, or Escape from New York, Escape from LA. I mean, I love Snake Plissken, so that's fine.
Snake.
Yeah,
Ghosts on Mars.
It's the bit everyone remembers, isn't it?
Yeah. Mark, what would yours
I'm
be?
surprised nobody's picked Waterworld.
Fuck Waterworld. Fucking hell.
Waterworld on the Virtual Boy.
Oh my god.
Shit movie, shit game.
Yeah.
Go on, Mark. What's yours, fella?
I went to pictures to see Mortal Kombat. I thought that was really good. The first one. But if I had to choose one, probably Silent Hill. I thought that was really good, actually. The Silent Hill movie.
Yeah. I thought that was alright as well.
Yeah,
another one with Sean Bean's in it.
Silent Hill was a good series.
Yeah, Silent Hill for me was a great game, great selection of games, even on the Wii, the PSP, all that. I still think we still haven't had the best of Silent Hill yet. I think they could easily make another game on the next gen console. That'd be the bollocks, but I think that's coming.
Konami could make
I've
loads
never
of great
played the
games
Silent
with
Hill
their back
game.
catalogue. They're just not going to do others.
But the problem is I've said this on a few of my swap shops at the end when we talk on that. I've said Konami have got the best back catalogue, but they do fuck all with it. All they keep doing
Not
is
interested, are they?
no, they keep chucking out the collections. I mean, I buy them all the time. I've got them on the Switch. You know, the Pro Protector or Contra ones, the Castlevania ones, the Gradius ones. I keep buying them. But they've got some great games on their catalogue, and they don't do fuck all with them, which is really annoying.
But the main problem for Konami is they get rid of the creators of the games.
Well, there we go. They've done that with now Hideo Kojima, obviously with Metal Gear Solid and obviously Death Stranding and all that jazz. You know?
They did the same with Silent Hill as well.
Yep.
I can't remember the creator's name.
Yeah, he's gone.
Same with the Castlevania stuff. The lead creator of the Castlevania stuff that they own. Am I mixing it up? Is it Konami that owns Castlevania? Is it?
Yeah. Because he went on to
Yeah.
do Bloodstained, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Rituals and that and stuff. So you know they get rid of the creative. It's much like when TV shows go bad, and it's because the creative force behind them is no longer there. Game of Thrones.
Look at Red Dwarf. Shit. Red Dwarf, when he gets to Series 7, just goes right downhill.
That's because one of them left, though, didn't he?
I'm a Red Dwarf fan.
Doug Naylor.
Yeah,
It's terrible.
So, no.
Because
1 to 6 is years
they
ago.
got rid of Rimmer.
Rimmer.
Yeah, when Rimmer went in season 7, it went right downhill, didn't it?
That was Chris Barry. That was Chris Barry's fault, though. That wasn't anybody else's fault. Chris Barry thought he was bigger than that show and wanted a bigger pay rise.
Yeah, he did. British Empire.
I like the British Empire.
I still think it's hilarious seeing the American pilot of Red Dwarf. It's
terrible.
so bad. It's painful.
They totally missed the whole point.
Yeah. I put the jokes in, but didn't get it.
Yeah.
So
Shite.
my film movie would be Friday the 13th on the normal Nintendo. That game gets a lot of shit, but if you actually sit down and play it properly, it is a very, very good game. I do believe that game is on the Spectrum or on the Amstrad as well.
It is, yeah. I sent a copy to Sega Zombie, but I don't think he's actually played it yet. But it comes on the Spectrum. It comes with a red tape, and if you get it complete, it has a blood pack in it as well.
Oh wow! Okay.
It's got like a little squeezy fake blood pack thing that goes in it.
So that game, the remake on the PS4, Xbox One, and Switch is good as well. But the NES game, I mean, even now I still play it. The game that's a movie to a game, but my game to a movie, even though it's not out yet, hopefully if it gets made properly, will be Uncharted. I love Uncharted. The four.
They're making a movie of that.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Tom Holland and Mark
Nice.
Wahlberg.
But if
Who was it,
if
sorry?
you got
Tom Holland and Mark
Spider-Man.
Wahlberg playing Sully.
Yeah, but if you guys,
That'd be decent.
if you guys go onto YouTube and
YouTube, what's that?
yeah,
Fuck that.
you go on YouTube and you type in fan-made Uncharted movie. It's got Nathan Fillion, I think his name is, the geezer who's in Castle. He's in loads of movies. I can't think of what else. He's in a Firefly.
Fly, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He looks just like Nathan Drake to me. Okay, and they done like a fan-made half-an-hour movie where he's Nathan Drake, and it's got loads of good actors in it. And the man who plays Sully, I can never remember his name. The best way you guys are going to know who he is if you haven't seen it, in the Avatar, he plays the army man with a scar on his face.
Yeah.
Grey hair. He's
The sergeant or something.
he's in Don't Breathe. Is it? No, not Don't Breathe.
Yeah, Don't Breathe, yeah.
I forgot his name, but he is a quality, and he plays Sully, and he plays it wicked. It's only half an hour. I'll share it later on our little group. When I saw that,
Cool.
Nathan Fillion wanted to be Nathan Drake, but they never give it to him. So I hope.
I tell you who I wanted. They only use what Supernatural.
Yeah, of course, Supernatural.
Again.
I wanted Jensen Ackles. I thought he would have been really good as Nathan Drake.
So Jensen Ackles apparently was interested in the role, but he's trying to get Batman, Red Hood, and a few other DC characters involved, and he's now on the Boys as Soldier Boy, who's basically Captain America.
Is that the Amazon? Is that the Amazon one? Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He plays
I've
Soldier Boy,
I've seen it advertised.
which is basically Captain America he's playing. But yeah, Jensen Ackles does the voice of the Red Hood, and he wants to play it, but he's been saying that for 10 years, but haven't done it. But he would be very good as Nathan Drake. But if you see Nathan Fillion, or wherever his bloody surname is, he plays it wicked. So, yes. Right, okay. Where should we go next? I'm going to go this one now. Ink Northerner, favourite console, please.
Favorite console?
Yes, please, sir.
Xbox 360.
And why?
And why?
Don't say because Al's collecting for it.
Xbox 360 was the tell a lie, it wasn't. The console that got me back into gaming when I first went to uni was the OG Xbox. I bought the OG Xbox for WWF Raw as it was then.
Yeah.
You know, my best mate, who we were all sharing a house at the time, my best mate had the GameCube, and one of the other lads had a PS2. So I had the OG Xbox, but 360 for me was the one that got me into proper multiplayer. You know, I was playing games. You know, at one point, I think on Black Ops 1, I was top 50 in the world for one-on-one, free for all. Sorry, not one-on-one.
Wow.
I sunk massive amounts of hours into COD, which is why my gamer score is as low as it is. But yeah, 360 all day long. If I had to take a console with me to a desert island, it'd be 360, and I don't, as modern as that is, and I know not everybody likes modern console, it'd have to be that. If it was a retro console, probably the 64. Because the N64 was my first experience as Zelda in the Ocarina of Time.
Oh, good. That's wonderful.
I then went back and played a lot of the older Zelda games. But yeah, definitely 360.
Thank you very much. Nerdy Geezer Lee and Connor, what would your consoles be and why?
Well, if it was a console, it would be this one.
Lovely. No, that's
Mega
all good.
Drive.
You can see it, mate. You can see it.
But if it was a computer, I'd say C64.
Okay.
Because I missed that. What's your one?
Probably the Wii or the DS, because that's what got me into gaming.
Yeah. DS was the first thing you played. Yeah.
So the DS, for me, is a very, very, very underrated console. It's one of the longest selling consoles Nintendo's ever had. And
I didn't think it was underrated.
you'd be surprised how many people. You say that, yeah. But how many people do you watch? I'm probably look stupid now. How many people do you watch on the tubes who actually collect for it? Very rarely people pick up game strip. Very rarely.
I did last week.
I know you did. You did. But there's a lot of people who kind of like just think, oh, it's for kids or
Yeah.
You know.
Do you know what? Game Boy Color, people think the same, that it's all kids games, but it's not. There's quite a lot of good games on the Game Boy Color.
Yeah, but the Wii's the same. Everybody takes the mick out of the Wii, and as much as as much as he collects for it, you only got to watch Russ's videos.
Yep.
To see, when you go through them, you can see that there are really good titles on the Wii.
A good price at the moment as well, really, if you're going to collect for them.
Yeah.
I think that's
Wii U being the same, to be honest.
We use slightly more expensive, but I mean the Wii stuff will be a decent price for most of it until Metal Jesus decides that they're limited, they're hidden gems, and then everybody buys them and they become stupid expensive.
Yeah.
That's just to borrow from Dana, to be fair.
Grand Theft Auto 5, it's a hidden gem, and it goes up to 100 quid.
Yeah.
That's it.
You got Duncan here. Duncan, don't be a mug, Mr. Mug Grub. I'm talking. A lot of people, and this is how I see a lot of tubers. A lot of people obviously have DSs and do collect for it, but not. Like I said, it's only a select few people who actually do put it in their collection as such. Most of them will stick to the home consoles and just keep a Wii, an N64, a Super NES, and that's their Nintendo lineup. They don't have all the other stuff.
I think I've got 5 DSs, including 3DS.
Yeah, I think I've got the colour.
I don't show them off, but
I have to ask this: Retrobate. How's the 3D print working out that I can see you using? You've been subtly trying to use it, but I can hear the sound.
That's who that was for. I saw the message.
Yeah. You ain't got away with it. Yeah.
You know, Paul, there is a mute button that you can use.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
But yeah, I'll just put that behind
DS,
the killer for the DS was the i4 card. Killed collecting for it. At least for me. As much as I like collecting physically, I could have every DS game on an i4 card.
And I think that's what you said is bang on. That's the problem. So cool. Sly, favourite console?
GameCube all day long. It's the system, the first console I bought that was my own, not a family one. I really enjoyed it back in the day. The only problem is now the games are stupidly expensive.
It's amazing how GameCube has.
I remember when CEX were pretty much giving them away.
Yeah. I haven't bought a GameCube game in ages because, thank God, I've got all the ones that I want. I've got the Zelda, I've got Star Fox Assault, which is a really good game. If anyone hasn't got Star Fox Assault, that's an awesome game on the tubes. So I'm quite lucky. Whereas Al's paying getting the arse ripped out of him for the price. I wouldn't pay that. That's up to him.
I would love to go for a full set. I really would. But if I can't go for the full set, I would be quite happy with all the exclusives.
Didn't you get Kirby side? Was it not Kirby you were after for a while?
Yeah, that was the CEX ones that I got. I had a load of credit. I traded a load of stuff in, and I thought, right, I'm just going to spend it and get something good. The only problem is Kirby's not good. It's the worst racing game I've ever played. You press one button to go forward, left and right. That's it. You can't fall off the track. You can't do nothing.
But that's the problem with a lot of expensive Wii games.
Yeah,
they're not good.
Sorry, but the thing is, the next game I actually want to get is Fire Emblem, which is a good game, but it's getting up to 200 quid now.
Which is an amazing game. I got that a couple of years ago for, I think I paid £50 for it. It was.
Yeah. Oh, did you see how much the Pokemon DX went up to? Last week, I looked on eBay. It was 250 quid. It went up overnight.
I got that for £20.
Seems like 90 quid.
Yeah, I think I got mine for like 40 odd or 50, something like that. Again, CEX trade.
I'm pretty sure I've still got. I might be wrong because I've not looked at my GameCube collection for a while, but I'm pretty sure I've still got my OG Colosseum. I'm never going to get rid of these games, but you know, paying £300 for, was it Gadget Race?
I've got it on the
300 to 400.
I've got it on the PS2 for £1 or £2 from the car boot years ago.
The problem is, the exact same game is on the PlayStation 2, and you can get it for like £20.
But it looks it looks no better than a mobile racer. No,
not at all.
That's the problem I have. But and then again, I'm not the biggest purist when it comes to gaming. So
the problem with the GameCube prices is they're so expensive now, it's forcing people to mod the systems. Like at the moment, you're seeing a lot of SD card mods now because of that.
I mean, it's not a bad way to do it, to be honest, but it's also nice to keep an original. I mean, I've got a few GameCubes myself, and the Spice Orange with the Game Boy adapter is one that I use every day. So
that makes sense.
I would happily mod another one.
GameCube and PlayStation 3 in future are going to be the ones that they struggle to emulate for as well, because that's where Nintendo went full on. You know, with all the security stuff.
Retro Bait, what is your favourite console?
I would definitely go with the PS2. Huge game library. It's backwards compatible with the PS1. It plays Blu-ray. It just does everything I want. If I was on a desert island with any console with its library, that's what I want. Simple as that.
That's fair enough. No, Mark, a good friend. What do you think, mate?
I'll go the one before the PlayStation 1. Like, if you think about the games I'm still playing now, Tomb Raider, Resident Evil, Grand Theft Auto. I know
you can play them all on PS2. It's backwards compatible.
But you said that, so I wanted to pick something different. I wasn't picking the same as...
Oh, fuck me now. Look at it.
I'm not picking the same as a Macam.
What's happened? What's happened? What's happened to Black and Gold? Fucking Ant and Deck. Fucking hell.
Yeah,
it's almost as if the horse has no control.
Yeah.
Well, if you think about it as well, a lot of the good games that have came out in the last couple of years are remakes of the PlayStation 1 games. You know, the Crash Bandicoots, the Spyros, the Resident Evils, they're all remakes of games we were playing, 20 years ago.
Yeah, true.
You're right.
Totally with you.
Twisted Metal Tour is still my favourite. Twisted Metal Tour is my favourite.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. You know, I loved Siphon Filter. I mentioned before Castlevania Symphony the other night.
Yeah.
So the Metroidvania, a lot of the games I'm playing now, Blasphemous, Hollow Knight, they're all coming from, back then.
Yeah. So I'm just going to chuck this up there. Poltergeist. If you guys don't know about the Poltergeist, great YouTube channel about horror movies. I've watched a few of their streams thanks to Pedro. So obviously we're talking about horror stuff. So we should watch them.
Yeah.
So they're honestly, on a serious, they're really good. You might need subtitles because they do speak a funny language. I think it's Irish. No, but they're top boys.
It's the good Irish, though. They're from Northern Ireland.
Listen, they're good lads. They're good lads. So my next,
I'm a Rangers fan. So what do you expect from me? The streams, I don't want to take over. The streams are really good.
Yeah, 100%. They're good streams.
Just keep a couple hours spare to listen to them because the stuff is really good.
No.
So my next question, we're going to start with Mark this time. So Mark, favourite game and why?
So my favourite, just the first time I ever played it was probably The Last of Us. The original is a one-off playthrough. I choose that, but it doesn't really have much replayability, once you've finished it on custom difficulty and stuff like that. So I go back to Bloodborne or Dark Souls 1. I go back to them every month. I play one of them. If I have to choose, today is Bloodborne, tomorrow could be Dark Souls. I just love From Software, everything they do.
And obviously Sekiro as well.
Yeah. What I'd say about that, again, like The Last of Us, it's a single playthrough, that's brilliant. Yeah. But I don't think it's got the replayability of the others. You can change your class and with the weapons. I know you've got the prosthetic arm, but it's not the same as like a different build, is it, for what you have in the other ones? So it's a single playthrough. I love Sekiro, however you pronounce it. But Bloodborne and Dark Souls have got more life to them, I suppose.
Yeah, definitely. I didn't know they were in on the stream, so thanks, guys. Honestly, guys, this channel is great. I'd love to be involved with them, but I don't know. I don't want to say I don't know enough about horror because I like a lot of horror, but I know obviously if you're really into horror movies, then you know your stuff, and I only know enough to get by. So fair play to you guys. Thanks for being on this one. Where are we? Let me go back. There it is. Paul Retro favorite game and why, and don't say fucking RoboCop 2.
I think that is just such a hard question. I've been playing games for such a long time.
What one? Okay,
I mean,
okay. What one can you
if-
pick up all the time?
Grand Theft Auto 5. You can always do something different. Well, it depends on the PS4.
Have you seen the concepts? They said
I've seen nothing.
So again, it's probably all bullshit, but I like all the bullshit. Apparently, it's a spin-off to Grand Theft Auto Vice City. That's one story. Another story is set in London. It's set in the 80s in London, so that'd be fucking cool.
That'd be nice. Yeah.
Well, I say London. It actually said UK, but I'm guessing it'd be London. But you never know; it might not be.
Did you know the UK is bigger than just London?
Well, I don't live in London, so I don't fucking know. I live in Essex. It's gonna be based in Essex, down in Canvey Island with Sega Saturn lads, and it's gonna be on Southend Pier as well.
Will it have Gemma Collins?
Oh, she lives local to me. Don't say her name around here. We're very dangerous. That, but she will eat you alive, realistically.
I'm talking from experience.
No. I've been happily married for a very long time. So what? Grand Theft Auto 5. What about an older one? Just out of interest. Don't say RoboCop 2.
If I go back to like 8-bit systems, stuff like that, then a game that I've strived to complete for years and years is Impossible Mission. Or is it Mission Impossible? I always get the wrong way of the film. I think it's Impossible Mission.
Impossible Mission, yeah.
I've tried. I've got to the end screen where I'm sorting out like a chessboard with different stuff. I just can't complete it, and I'd love to complete that game. I've been trying since 1990, and I'm getting further away. So yeah, I'll go to that.
Simon, what about you, mate?
It has to be Tekken Tag on the PlayStation 2. For the simple fact that we played it back in the day on game nights, and we still play it today every time we have a game night, which I'm really missing, by the way. With Pardon James and John, sorry.
The ninja.
We regularly picked it up, play forever.
Nice one, Tekken Tag. I love all of the Tekkens. I think when that first came out,
Tekken Tag just brought something to it.
Yeah, no, Tekken Tag is awesome. I mean, the franchise to me is awesome anyway, and I think they never really.
It's a toss-up between that and Soul Calibur. Soul Calibur and Tekken are what we play a lot.
Yeah.
So
fair play.
Just can't stand Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat just to ignore the comments.
Nice, fair enough. Lee and Connor, what about you two gents? What's your favourite game and why?
Well, it's funny actually because you just said Soul Calibur, and my favourite is Soul Blade.
Oh, right.
Yeah, great game. What about yours?
Probably Streets of Rage.
What, the new one?
No, probably one.
Oh, the original Streets of Rage.
Nice, good lad.
You brought him up well there, Lee.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, great game.
Paul Int Northerner. Favourite game? Oh, for fuck's sake.
Probably. There's a few, so probably Ocarina of Time would be the game that I could go back to time and time again, even though it's the same stuff over and over. I loved Ocarina of Time.
Didn't you tell me you didn't like Majora's Mask? Oh, no.
No, I like Majora's Mask.
You said Ocarina of Time was better.
Ocarina's better. Majora's Mask was a side project. They were never actually meaning to make anything.
No.
It's supposed to be extra dungeons for Ocarina, but
correct.
It became its own game.
Yeah, it became huge. Which is why you get the time mechanic, because they had to find a way to tie it all together.
Exactly.
Spec Ops: The Line is, from a more modern take, Spec Ops: The Line is fantastic. I've not read the book. I think it's Heart of Darkness. The book was from Apocalypse Now as well. I think it was based on the same. And Spec Ops: The Line was immense. And then Blood Omen, Legacy of Kain. Love Blood Omen. If you're going to ask which series of games should be remade, Blood Omen all the way.
The original was amazing.
The Legacy of Kain games should be remade.
I tell you what, there's a couple that I like, okay? And I'm so glad you said Legacy of Kain, because there's a spin-off to that game that I still play. And it's Soul Reaver.
Yeah.
I absolutely love Soul Reaver. I love it on the PlayStation, but on the Dreamcast, it's amazing. There is a Soul Reaver 2 on the PlayStation 2. That is such a good game. That is like, the storyline was wicked anyway, but the second game, I'm pretty sure it's on the PS2. I've got it, and they killed off Raziel. I think it's Raziel. But that was great. But my game, and I've been playing it loads lately because I've been in the conservatory, and I've showed it a few times. Is my Mega
game that one?
Snatcher. Yeah, I love this game. I've been playing it non-stop. I've also been playing quite a bit of Desert Strike in here recently. I
love Desert Strike on the Amiga. Played it a lot.
Desert Strike and Jungle Strike was good. Desert Strike.
Yeah.
For its time, I mean, on the Mega Drive, I was playing it. I do think it's a type of game that needs to be refreshed. It was nice to see Lee Nerdy the other day about Crossfire. He actually is Airwolf, but obviously he was called Crossfire in other countries. And that was a great game because the Airwolf we got on the normal NES was shit. And I'm after that.
The Micros version was nightmare.
Yeah, I was about to say that. The Micros is like notorious for how bad it is.
Fucking solid. Absolutely solid.
I watched someone complete it the other day on Facebook and I was like, mate, that is just fucking solid. Like, hats off to you. Totally.
It's mad, isn't it?
So going back, I mean, obviously, having played some of these games now with the Evercade and stuff, and it's easier with save states. Do you not find that games were a lot harder?
Absolutely.
Even things like Mario, and even to a degree, even though Sonic was easier than Mario, I thought they were designed to make you fail over and over again. So
but that's the thing. That was like you went back to it again. I mean, people nowadays don't think of if you die, you're starting back from the beginning again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you die, you're back at that level. To start a level from the beginning is soul crushing when you're right near the end.
And Dark Souls is one of the newer games that does that to you.
Yep.
That I remember.
And that's the same. That's the same reason. Bloodborne, Sekiro, Dark Souls, those games are so fucking hard.
No.
Well.
You just got to get good.
Yeah, that's easy enough said. But
that's what the old games were. You got good and you didn't finish them.
Oh, mate, like I remember, when I first got Sekiro, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna fuck up these people. I played Assassin's Creed. I got to my first person, he fucking killed me. I couldn't even block. I couldn't even parry. And then you have to learn.
But Assassin's Creed until the recent ones. The combat in Assassin's Creed was a piece of piss.
Yeah, it was.
You block. The new ones are a bit different,
but that's why it was nice when they come out. But I watched this YouTuber, America, when he said he felt that those games would have sold a lot more better if they were easier. And I actually agree with him. I think if they were easier, they would have sold more.
If you want a hard game, though, I mean,
I don't think that
Ghosts and Goblins on the NES.
Yeah, Ghosts and Goblins, like I say.
The worst thing is, I've brought this up before. Ghosts and Goblins on the NES is hard, but if you try the Famicom version, you have to put a code in to continue. So they wanted you to complete it with 3 continues only.
That game, even
the
Famicom
that game, version.
I wouldn't even. It's on my shelf. I don't even look at it. I'm scared to look at it, let alone play it. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
That game's. I mean, I'm on a Sekiro. I'll add you, Mark, Sekiro fan page on Facebook. I don't know if you're on it. and then they share some of their fights, like they film them. Fucking hell, boy! I mean, there's, it's like me fighting with a twig, and they're like, it's crazy, but it's one of those, isn't it? It's games have evolved so much. What's this here?
Do you not think though sometimes the companies want the games easier, so we just pick them up, buy them, consume them, and then move on to the next one, buy them, consume them, and move on to the next one?
That's what they want.
Probably, yeah.
See, I think back in the day, a lot of like 80s and 90s, they were like coin up conversions, so they were already made like that, so they could eat money, and then when the programmers convert them to whatever system, they're converting what they've got to work with. Do you know what I mean? So if it's a coin muncher, it's going to be a solid game.
As good as you could be, the original Mortal Kombat or the SNES port at least, even on easy, wasn't the easiest fighting game. Whereas Street Fighter was easier than Mortal Kombat because it's just a coin eater.
Yeah.
Or at least
arcade games are, isn't it? Really?
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's just designed to take your money,
make money. Yeah.
Gordon, you've got some cracking questions, mate. You're making me look fucking shit with my list. So we're going to
that's because he's another Northerly.
Nah. He's got a very strong Essex accent.
Definitely does not.
He lives on one of them islands, Mersey Island. Anyway, what is your favourite type of content on YouTube? Pick up streams, gameplay, etc. Mark, let's start with you, sir. We're going to go from back to front. What is your favourite type of content on YouTube? And do not say knitting. Cross stitch.
Gebs's legs. No, it's like out, isn't it? It depends what mood you're in. But if I had to pick one, probably I like pickups. I like watching people's pickups.
Yeah, no, I'm with you with that. That's why a lot of people like all my videos are all main pickups, because only lately I've been doing my COD Warzone stuff. But yeah, no, I'm with you. Pickups, I think is a big thing. I think what I don't know about all of you guys, but if I watch a pickup video, I see things I forgot about, or I think, oh bloody hell, I haven't got that one, and I write it down, or I go on eBay, and then and so that's why I like them.
Exactly.
I normally have like a pen and a bit of paper next to us. If you're watching like Eddie Rollercore or something like that, because he just gets wild ones, and you just write and doing for like half an hour. I want that. I want that.
But what I don't like is when people don't say how much they paid, because the reason why I like to know what people paid is because if they say they paid a tenner, and I see on eBay for 25, I'm like, hang on a fucking minute, this ain't right here. So a lot of people don't always say what they pay. And me, I like to say, I haven't got no, I've got no. The only ones I don't say is if I buy off a tuber and they don't want me to say anything, I won't say anything. But if you picked up something, Mark, and you, like I asked you about Warriors, the toys, which I bought now. Sorry, figures, not toys, figures.
Action figures.
Let's face it, the toys. We can't keep buttering it up. They are toys.
Figures, collection action figures.
Figures.
If people say how much things are, I think it's just better in general. So lovely, thank you, Mark. Paul Retrobait, what do you think is your favourite type of YouTube video to watch?
Well, I'm going to agree with me Geordie brother there sitting next to us. For me, I really enjoy pickups videos. But what I like when people do a pickups, and I like it when there's a little bit of history to it, like a bit of nostalgia, something like that. But and sometimes I'm the worst at this, because when you're collecting to complete a collection, there's going to be games in there that you haven't played, so you haven't got nostalgia, or you haven't got a story behind it. So you want to just show it and just get on to the ones that you have, because you're looking forward to talking about the story behind that. Do you know what I mean? So for me, it's definitely pickups, but I like to hear a nostalgic story behind it. Personally, although as I say myself, and I know I do this because of the Hit Squad games, sometimes I haven't got any nostalgia for them, and so I'll just show a screenshot or something like that if I can find one. Do you know what I mean? So
no, that's fair enough.
Pickups all the way. I love a good old-fashioned pickups video.
I'm with you with that. I also like collection videos. because
you've just put one up.
I put loads up. The reason why I like it as well. The reason why I like
PlayStation 4.
Switch, PlayStation 4, Wii U. No, because I like to see what others have got on that console if they have already showed. Because a lot of people who, like you guys, you've started this year, 2 years space time. I don't know what you've collected before. So if you show stuff that I haven't seen or I haven't got, that's that's why, as much as I hate to say this, and I hope he's not fucking watching, I like watching Big Game Al's videos because he shows any old shit. He would show.
You know, he's not going to let you forgive you said that.
No, I know. But he will show you the most obscure game that was only released in Taiwan for 3 weeks in March, and that's how you see it. Thank you, Paul. Simon, what's your favourite type, fella?
Well, obviously the pickups videos are great and everything, but what I really like is when people do videos fixing stuff on YouTube, because the amount of times I've learned something new. I mean, I've learned through YouTube how to fix so many things. I mean, like now with Game Boys, if I get a DMG Game Boy and it's not working, I know exactly where to go, what to look for, and that's all through YouTube. A lot of stuff like just simple changing belts on Spectrums and stuff like that, I would not have done without YouTube. So definitely one I go to quite a bit, and you gain the knowledge from that.
Yeah, no,
good point.
100% right. 100% right. That's a lot of people who are in our little community. Craig Goodwin, a few other people, all fix stuff and that. I mean,
but the thing is, we all have a bit of knowledge about one thing, and it's nice that we get together and everyone can share that knowledge between everybody else. So,
of course, no, I think you're right. I think you're bang on, mate. Lee and Connor, what would yours be, people?
For me, I'd have to agree with Si. It's the repairing and maintenance. I've said before, like Goodwin's place, he's like a mad professor, isn't he? He's like a genius at fixing things. I love watching his videos.
He is from
Wales.
Wales.
I've seen Mark fixes stuff as well. And Mark fixes stuff as some of the things he's repaired is crazy.
Yeah, he's really good. Nice guy as well. Very approachable.
Yeah, absolutely.
No.
He's helped me out.
What about you, Connor? Would you like?
Probably pickups.
Pickups. I think Ink Northern was saying this earlier about his channel when I let him in the chat. He said, I'm only doing the same as other people. Well, you're not really, because you're doing it your way. And that's why it's YouTube. Exactly. And that's why I like
I think that's the whole thing, is everyone's doing it a different way,
in
their own take.
Exactly. And that's why I can sit and watch any of you guys, and I'm always seeing something, learning something.
I think if you ever see someone who's trying to copy or emulate, say, Metal G's and stuff like that, it comes across and people can tell that you're just trying to imitate.
Yes, 100%. And that's why, like I said, I'm happy to watch anything.
Hidden gem.
Oh, mate, I spent so much money on that fucking game. Anyway, Paul, what would your one be, Paul?
You've all ruined my fucking joke where I was going to say Metal Jesus' hidden gem videos, but it depends on who I'm watching.
Cheers,
so you know, if I'm watching somebody like Eddie or Al, I like watching the pickup stuff. If I'm watching some stuff that Pete does, I've been catching up on Pete's stuff recently, where he's doing his cancelled videos and things like that. They're amazing. Pete's got great knowledge, you know. And if I'm watching sort of the bootleggers, it just depends on who you're watching. Pickups are definitely something I will watch all the time, regardless of it. Watching sort of Mark's unboxing stuff was good with the Warrior stuff.
Yeah, 100%.
I think maybe it's watching stuff that are guys who have the same guys and girls. Even we've got to be inclusive, who have the same interests and same stuff.
Passion as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I've been guilty of it recently, where my pickups I've just gone through and said, "This is what I've got. This is what I've got." Whereas maybe some of my earlier videos, I've said, well, I picked this up because of, and
yeah,
I need to probably get back to that.
This is why I'm missing going out and game hunting, because to me, doing a pickups video is great, but I love explaining the story of how I found it, where I found it, how much it cost. But because everything's closed at the moment, I mean, what have you got?
Yeah.
eBay? You know what I mean? Stuff like that. It's
Swap
Yeah,
shop.
I mean,
Carl's room, is it Carl's room 72 or whatever it is?
Carl's room 70. Yeah, good channel.
70. He does the best ones, you know, when he's got his GoPro on and stuff, and he's in the comments. I love them ones.
I tried once doing a pic going around the charity shop with my camera. The looks I was getting off people when I was trying to like flick through the games and everything else.
Did you have to put it away?
Really
Didn't one of them ask you like what you were doing, or you had to put it away or something? I'm sure, because I remember.
I can't remember. It's a while ago. I put it on. I left it on my channel for a bit, and then I deleted it because it was such an awkward video. Yeah, I deleted it. I just couldn't. I didn't like it.
I'm sure someone was coming over going, "Excuse me, what are you doing? Like, can you keep 2 meters away from me, please?" It was good. It was real.
Yeah.
So going back to a question you had earlier, Lee.
Which one, mate?
Somebody asked what people could do to help you better your content.
Oh, yep. Well done, Paul.
Explain how people do these things would be a good thing, because there are guys who go out and film all the time and seemingly do it without issue. And if you're new to
I think the problem is I was holding my phone constantly in my hand like this, walking into a shop. So maybe not.
That might be the problem.
So, you know, it's like I've been doing this longer than all of you guys, as in this channel. I've been doing it nearly 8-9 years or whatever the fuck it is now. And I've
combined, probably.
Yeah, I've done spy glasses. I've still got spy glasses. Even though I don't wear glasses, I feel like people, even though I know no one knows me, I feel like they know I don't wear glasses. That makes no sense at all. But you're like, they don't know I'm not wearing glasses. Anyway, so I've done that. Yeah, I've done that. I've filmed in places. I've done all sorts of stuff. And I just thought to myself, you know what? Fucking, you look like Jimmy Savile. Connor, don't check him out on Google, mate. You know what I mean? So I kind of candled that. So, like what Simon said, I try and give you a bit of gist about where I got it from. If I do a booting video, which would be a blessing if we get out to a booter, then I'll give you a bit of. I'll try and film something, but it's one of those. It's, you know, that's why I like to. Like I said, how much did you pay for a game? Where did you buy it from? Do you know how many games I found on eBay that have been misspelt, or they've not explained? They've just put like Zelda, Nintendo, or like. You know,
so I got my Commodore 64 GS.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, and
you've got to check.
Yeah, I've done that.
Yeah.
I've found stuff so many times just because people don't explain stuff. Same on Facebook Marketplace. I found
people don't know what they're selling half the time.
Yep, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Right, what time is it? We've got 3 minutes because I want to try and finish at 10. Because I said that Nintendo have got the direct live at 10 o'clock. I want to try and watch it. I want to see if they're.
He's been telling me about that. He said direct on his birthday.
Yeah,
I'll make this quick.
Go on,
the other good thing that I like is watching Big Game Al try to pronounce things.
Oh, mate. I tell you what, that's so funny.
It's amazing.
I'm shouting at the TV. It's hat. The word is spelled hat. No, so we've got 2 more minutes. So basically, I just want to go around and say kind of like why I picked all of you guys, what I felt I liked about you all, and then we can all say good night and we can go and watch Nintendo. So thank you all of you for coming on tonight. The 2 hours have flown by as they always do on a live stream. They always fly by. So thank you to everyone in the comments, and thank you to everyone who's been on today. I really appreciate that. I'm reading all the bloody messages now. I picked all you guys because I felt that all of your stuff is great. I love your content. I watch your videos. I mean, I've watched all of your videos more because I've got more time, obviously, because I'm at home. So I watch as many as I can. I love size videos. I love how they're. And please don't take this as any disrespect or anything, because I'm not being rude. I like it because they're like rough. You know, like You're by the fire.
You know what? That's how it started, and that's how I'm going to continue.
Yeah,
I'll leave in the mistakes, do it in one take. Look, I don't do editing.
And that's what I love. And that exactly. And that's what I keep saying. If
I took it again, it would never be the same. No,
and I don't think you'd be able to reincarnate it again. Like if you know what I mean, if you moved house, for example, and you tried to redo it, it wouldn't be the same because you've got, it's like it's what you're doing. And again, that's why I love your channel, mate. And I've got a lot of time for you. Mark, I found Mark's channel at just after Christmas, okay? But I watched. I said this to. I don't know who I said this to. One of you guys. I watch a lot of YouTube on my big TV in the living room, but I've not long changed TVs. I've got a new Sony one, and my old TV had on the back of the remote had a keyboard, so I'll be able to. I could type. Oh, great vid. I enjoyed that, but I can't do it anymore. So what I have to do is 9 times out of 10, I'll watch your videos, and then I'll have to comment on my phone. Okay,
that's exactly what I do.
Yeah,
it's exactly what I do. I'm normally writing the comment as I'm watching the video.
Yeah, I do the same. Yeah,
I found Mark's. What I like about Mark's channel, he's got a great knowledge. Right, I like the way your room's set up. I love the way you was explaining about Shadow of Colossus the other day. He was explaining about how this little character can fight this character, and it was just the way you was coming across about it, Mark. I loved it, and I just again
I'm blushing, yeah.
Blushing around your arsehole. Around your arsehole. No, you know what I mean? It's one of those, isn't it? It's just, I like what you do, mate. And like I always said, I'm always up for a laugh, but I'm honest. I'm not a liar. I don't bullshit. I'm honest. So, again, great channel. Paul, Retro Bait. Like, literally, I've got more front than Brighton or Southend. I don't care in it. I said to you, do you want to come on Swap Shop? I spoke to you, and that was it. But I've got no...
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, and that's how I am. I've always been, this is how I am. I'm straight up, and that's it. So, I like your channel. I love that you're in the shed. Fair play to you. You must be freezing your bollocks off, so that's why I'm going to try and keep you on as long as I can.
Got me really... hold on. Oh, fucking hell, there it is there.
Oh, got some oil for
that is heavier than what it looks, lads, honestly. I'm sat on top of it.
You've got a great channel. You built, you got it in your shed. 8-bit consoles. My brother had 8-bit consoles, so I remember all of the Amstrad, the Spectrum, the Hit Squad stuff. I remember buying them. My brother back in the day on the little in the sweet shop. They had like the turny wordy curly cassette thing, wherever the fuck it was. They used to buy them from them £2, £3.
Yeah.
I remember that when I was a kid. So, and you're a good geezer. We had a good laugh on Swap Shop, and I can't wait for you to come back on again, fella. So, good luck to you. Lee.
Cheers, man.
No, anytime, bro. Lee, like, the funniest thing was getting in touch with Lee. I'm never going to forget that for the rest of my life. And I kept messaging him. And it kept saying you were reading them. I was thinking, he must think this is the bloke of fucking face jacker trying to get his bank account. So, Lee, I like your stuff. I love what you do with Connor. I mean, I've got 2 girls. My youngest wants to be involved, but she wants to talk about what she plays, Animal Crossing or
do it.
Tamagotchi. Like, she loves playing.
Do it.
Oh, mate, no, fuck that, man.
Why not?
No, you think I talk? She don't. Stop talking, mate.
Yeah, but that will give you. I guess it's harder in terms of having children on, but it would give you a wider audience.
Oh God, I don't want kids on my channel. It's bad enough I've got Connor on tonight, let alone my daughter. You go on my videos. She's on 2 of my videos, and she's great. She's great on the camera. But that's it. It's I love your content, Lee and Connor. I think you obviously you play well together. Obviously, your father and son. You've got great nostalgia. It's great that when I saw you got your Mega Drive, it was like you were so happy about it. And why not nominate you guys? Why not?
Can I just say the only way I'm plugging Wrestle Talk Roundtable next Wednesday is if Pedro has me on the next one. By the way.
Oh yeah, that's next Wednesday. No,
sorry, I forgot. I'm taking over your channel. I forgot.
No, you're good, mate. So Lee, thank you so much, mate. You know what I mean? Like, and
thank you, mate. Thank you.
Thank you, Connor. Keep it up, boys. Please keep it up because it's great, all of you. Paul, Ink Northerner, I spoke to you on the phone and I said to you, I like your channel, because if I said to you, I even messaged you that one time when you was doing a live stream. Remember, I even said that to you on the phone.
Yeah, you did, yeah.
I said to you, I like your channel. Yeah, because that's why I did it. I'm not an arsehole. I think I love your Evercade stuff. Like I said, I get to see the games from you before I buy them. You obviously got good knowledge of stuff. I can't wait to do a bootleggers video with you, whether it's a wrestling one or horror or fight or whatever. Like, you know, it's good. So, mate, keep it up. All of you, keep it up. I don't know who's going to win. I think it's going to be interesting because you've actually had 150 people vote more than I did or when I won. So you've had 150 more comments more than I did. So you guys have got a lot of people, or you've got a lot of channels, side that you keep fucking using to add your name on, mate.
I have one channel I can't use anymore.
How many dislikes have we got because Si's on tonight?
I haven't checked yet. I think we're doing all right.
Hey, look, we got none the other night.
Because we're all here.
But regardless of who wins, every channel deserves to win, in my opinion, anyway.
Look, it's regardless what happens, though, it's got them all out there. So
yeah. So
can I just say one thing quickly? A sentence I never thought I'd say. I want to go back to Jimmy Savile. So.
Great way to end this.
Yes, I thought it was a perfect way to end it. Okay, so you all know I'm in the Navy, and we had names for certain foods like Lisa Stansfield. That's Manchester tart. But what do we call what is Gary Glitter?
The shitter.
Can we say it?
That's what I call the toilet. The Gary
It's
Glitter.
a food. It's a food. Gammon. Sorry, boys.
No, you're good. You're good.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you very, very much.
We're going to end on that note.
We're going to end on that note.
End on Gary Glitter.
So, thank you to all. I'm just going to drop you back into the backstage if you want to hang around. If you don't, that's fine. Thank you very much.
Good luck, lads.
So, good luck to all of you.
Thank you, Lee.
No, don't be silly. Great bunch of guys.
It's been a pleasure to meet you as well.
No, that's good.
It's been great.
I'm going to drop you back and we'll talk soon, boys. Give me a second, all right? I'm just going to drop you all back. Thank you, Si. Thank you, Paul Retro Bay. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Ink Northerner. Thank you, Lee and Connor. See you in a second, joints. Right. So, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. Just something a little bit different from me. My next stream is this Sunday, Swap Shop. Got 5 great tubers. I'm also got next Wednesday on VHS Bootleggers. We've got the Wrestle Talk, talking about WrestleMania 17, which is one of my favourite WrestleManias, actually. So fair play for that one. Thank you to everyone that has been involved tonight. Thank you to all the comments, all of the questions. Please like the video, really good. Please add some more comments. Please go and subscribe to the channels if you haven't already. Go over to Sega Zombie, vote for the channels, the 5 nominations. 5 great guys. You know, not all of them have been on streams before. So I really appreciate the ones that have come on the stream. I know it can be a bit daunting at first, but once you get into the flow of it, it's absolutely great. So I really appreciate the guys doing it. So to Nerdy Geezer, to Inked Northerner, to Retro Bait, to Geordie Slashing Gaming, and Cy Ginger Hippie Gaming. I did say hippie. I didn't say happy, by the way. Cy, fuck it. Thank you very much to all, and I will see you all again soon. And I can't believe we were talking about Jimmy Savile and Gary Glitter on my channel. Chef out.